Hello, and how are you today? Welcome to another video where we continue talking with my husband and sharing with you things that we've learned as we have walked this journey of marriage, as we prepared our wedding, as we've helped other people prepare for their weddings. And you can look at our previous videos where we've talked about budgeting, where we've talked about setting dates. And in this one, we want to talk about finding a best couple, choosing a best couple, why even a best couple in the first place, and a bit of the roles that the best couple ought to play as you prepare for your wedding on the wedding day and for the rest of your life, because it's a lifetime relationship. So I am joined here with my husband, Mr. Osoros.
Hi viewers.
Of 6 years.
You didn't see the kipindi ya Kisana ya Kiswahili?
Hi viewers. Yes, everyone says hello viewers.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello viewers.
Yes.
Okay.
So, who are our best couple?
Good. I don't know where the word best came from.
Yes.
The coupling, I know.
Yes.
I think that is the important aspect.
Yeah.
They should be a couple first and foremost. I've seen some people who go for friends to be their best couple, then they're not a couple. They cannot be called best couple in that sense. So these are the people who stand behind the bride and the groom on the wedding day. The ones who look like, they dress almost like the groom or the lady, no. And but she's dressed differently than
the rest of the maids.
Yes,
and
that one.
Yes.
And she's not the owner, maid of honor. India.
She is maid of honor.
She's the
She
same
can
one.
be a best maid of honor. Yes.
Yes.
And then you're confusing her with the matron.
That
or
one.
Toto.
Yes. Matron. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good. So these are the people. The reason some people miss the concept. They are not just people who will be there for the wedding day only. They are not you are not choosing people to look nice on your photos on the wedding day. Actually, their work begins after the wedding day. You see, and this will help us go backwards so that we understand why you need to choose them better. If you have, and which is a normal thing, misunderstandings, because you are two different people who've been brought up differently. Now you're getting married, so starting to live together in the same space, you'll get on each other's space, and that requires that you rub on each other for some time, and went through. It's a process, I think, and people should not be afraid of it. So long as you know it's a process, and you know how
going through it, we are not.
Yes.
Going out
of
from it. Yes.
And you shouldn't be surprised that we are going through this. Our marriage is no. It's very normal. So the people who can help you during that time when you have issues and you need a third party to be involved in it are the best couple. So that means, first of all, you cannot go back to your parents, any of the sides. You cannot go. She has a problem with me, and then she goes to tell her mom.
I'll be told to go back home.
Already, you may do that, and then we come and solve the issue. But the mom still is angry at me for an issue I did 2014. So that is not even something that can. If you have issues with one another, we don't take it to our parents, and then we don't take it to pastor. Because if she takes me to pastor, that is a serious issue. It's a spiritual issue. I'm finished. Actually, some people may leave church altogether because of that. So the people who are supposed to come in, who are neutral and who can help in that sense, are older couple, a bit older than you, not too much. Someone you look up to and they're mature. You can see their marriage is stable and they're maturing Christians, basically. These ones you can take your issues to, and they can objectively look to those issues and speak words that will help you see God in the process and find solutions to the issues that you're going through. So that already has given us qualifications for the best couple. Mature Christians, stable in their marriage, people who are enjoying their marriage, first of all. And then another aspect is that the ladies should be social. They should find a way to social. They're open to one another.
Yes. It's easy for me to converse with this person. I'm unafraid. We can build a friendship. We can bond. That's the point.
And you can talk about anything.
Yes.
Anything from sex to everything.
Yes.
You can talk freely. And the man also should be free to tell the man the issues that anaweza kuwa na struggle with, or the questions that ako nazo concerning marriage. That conversation aspect has to be there, that there are people who can communicate with one another openly, freely, without judging the other person. And then the age gap between the couples, the two of, shouldn't be too wide, so that it's a generational issue. Because there are things that we respect our parents. There are things that for them they were not challenges at all. For example, they didn't have the challenge of screens. For us, we can be fighting about screens in the house. So if you take it to, if our best couple were older people, and you tell them we have an issue with screens, they'll look at us and think, what's wrong with these children? So they shouldn't be too young, too close to us, nor should they be too old that they cannot identify with us. Age-wise and also marriage-wise, in the sense they have not been married for too long, so that the set of issues they dealt with are different from the ones you're dealing with.
So how then do we get to this couple that we decide these are the ones that we have chosen to be our best couple, or whatever we would want to call it?
Okay. So someone may ask, why a couple?
Yes.
I think it's good to define it so it's clear from the beginning. If you know the reason why you have these people, then it will be obvious why you need to have a couple. It's marriage issues. They are the ones who should be the third party involved in any conflict issue between the two of you. And if for example you chose your friend to be the best lady, talking about best lady?
Yes, maid of honor. Okay. Best maid, best lady.
If you also chose my friend to be a best man. If we have issues and we call them,
and by friend we mean friends who are not married to each other.
Yes, they are not a couple. So if we have an issue and we call them to come and arbitrate, my friend will side with me, your friend will side with you. And if they are not married, or they are not even they have not been married by anyone, that they are not married in the sense, they don't know issues concerning marriage in that sense. So it's good that if you understand why you need them in your life, then that determines that they should be a couple, because they are coming to help you mostly with conflict resolution and also navigating, especially the early years of marriage. That of course calls for that kind of people. And then when you're a couple, you're of one mind and of one heart, so that even if my friend is married and then I go tell her my issues and she shares with her husband, and her husband is saying, why isn't that best man telling the friend, but when it's a couple, they're one mind, one heart. It's just easy to deal with things. I think also for a couple, the reason why you have a couple who's married is because they have gone through the same process. You're looking for people who can hold your hands and work with you, especially those early formative years of marriage, which I think is very, very important, that you have mature Christians and couples who are in marriage, are enjoying their marriage, basically. Let me put it that way. And then because there are questions you'll have, and people who can help you most, rather than going online and searching and you get white Western ideas, there are people you can converse with and they give you answers to those questions.
Okay, so how do we come to that? How do we go through the process or find a way to choose this couple?
Okay. I think you'll have to have many visits. You'll visit many people. You'll have ideas both sides, and then visit the families in their context. So if you have an idea of a couple you think can be a best couple, ask them that you want to come and visit. Don't tell them, we are coming to see if you can be our best couple. No. Just tell them we are coming to visit you guys. We are planning to get married. We want to learn from you. So, and then when you are there, just look at their family, how they're handling their issues at home and that kind of thing. And if the lady clicks with the lady and the man clicks with the man, and then that is okay. Most of the time it will be, for example, my friend or her friend. A friend, one of the couple is a friend of any of these people who are getting married. So that it doesn't tie you down to, we've told them they will be our best couple. After visiting them, you go back home and you think through, what did we like? Did you feel the connection? If you didn't, it's okay. nothing, no further communication. Until both of you come to an agreement, I think these are the ones. Remember our process? Can you say it nicely?
Really? Okay. So yeah, we did that, and I was sort of new to Eldoret, so I didn't really know many married couples, and I am extremely sensitive in terms of I can tell when you're not enjoying your marriage, or they're just things that I say, no, that's not the God way of doing things. So there were very few people I felt like I connected to, but he knew quite a few people, so he suggested, and we went through that process of visiting. The first couple were great, but they were much older than us, so we're feeling there's a bit of a disconnect here. I have that sense of my mom I wouldn't relate to her well. So anyway, then eventually he told me we were going to visit a certain pastor friend of his.
A denominational pastor?
Yes, a denominational pastor who I am sorry, I have a certain stereotype about the pastors from that denomination. But I said, let me just go, let me see what they have to do, what they're about. So when I got in, the first thing that struck me was the wife had dreadlocks. And then, yes, and she was so alive and fun, and the rest is history. They became our best couple.
Want to send shout-outs?
Yes, you send shout-outs nicely.
Hi, the Bandas, yes, how are you? Joy. Nakona quiver full of sons.
A quiver full of sons. Handsome young men.
Yes.
Yeah, so
you're grateful. You guys are good, yeah.
Yes, they really helped us through the process. After we got married, and we would call them, and they were good people. They come over to our place when we have issues, and then the first thing they do after we have said our troubles,
they laugh.
They take a good 5 minutes to laugh at us.
And the reason they're laughing is because they went through the exactly same things. And we were wondering, what is wrong with these guys? Yeah. And they start explaining, actually went through the same issues. Yeah. So it's a very predictable issue, especially the issues at the beginning, pattern at the beginning of getting married and starting life together with your spouse. Yeah. And one thing also I liked about them was they were free. Yes. You tell them the information. And another aspect about the best couple is you're giving them permission to visit you anytime. Yeah. And also you can visit them anytime. You can call them at 3 in the morning and say, by the way, we are not okay. And they'll be able to find a way to come to you and help you. So that is the aspect that goes into having somebody you really are free with. Yes. And some people that you can count on to that. Yeah.
And I know it is ideal in the sense that these people walk with you the whole journey from before your wedding. They're there on your wedding day, and then for the rest of your life. It's just ideal. It really helps with the bonding process. But I know sometimes it's not possible to have that. So, but make sure you have such a couple.
Yes.
Have such a couple and they know. It's not just that in your mind we have so and so who can be the people who are our go-to people, but they know we are the go-to people for this and this couple, so that even if they're not standing behind you on the wedding day for whatever reason, but they know we are the go-to people for this couple, and that you have that go-to person. Yeah.
Remember, there's a wedding of our friend. We were the ones standing behind.
Yes, but we were not the best couple.
Yes.
And then you broke your leg.
Yes, so God didn't want me to stand on the... Yeah, so, but they understood that we are not the best couple. Yes. We are just nice for the photos.
Yes. Yeah, because their best couple at that time had a young child, so they couldn't be there to stand during the process. So we stood in, and I can attest that it's very uncomfortable when you are supposed to be the best maid and the best man is not, you don't have any relationship with them. It's very uncomfortable. I remember the wife of said best man standing to introduce herself in the church and pointing out, "That's my husband." Sounded like an accusation. But it's just uncomfortable. I think I'm used to also, because we have a rapport, there's just a way we do things. It's very easy when you are a best couple together to to do the whole process together. Just look for that couple and walk with them wherever possible, before, on D-Day, and after. But have that couple that are go-to. And also, because you have chosen them, he won't feel like nimemshtaki when I go and talk to Joy and tell her something. He doesn't feel like we are menishtaki. And I won't feel the same when he goes and talks